My grandfather drove 6 hours for my brother's wedding, yet my parents shoved him behind the trash bins. Can you imagine the kind of family that would banish their own grandfather to a trash can at a wedding rehearsal, then slap their daughter for speaking up? Yeah, that was my family. But what happened next? Well, let's just say I ended up owning the entire vineyard they were so desperate to claim. I'm Kayla, and I'm 32. That day, I stepped onto the sprawling grounds of my brother Jason's wedding rehearsal. I truly, desperately believed this one dinner could mend years of fractured history, you know? Like, finally, we could all just be family. I was tragically, brutally mistaken. I was wearing this deep forest green dress, found pre-loved in Boston, with delicate cap sleeves, soft, unassuming. It was pretty much the last piece in my wardrobe that still felt like me. The Napa Valley sun beat down, sharp and unforgiving, casting these long, stark shadows. The air hummed with a rich perfume of roses and savory grilled duck. Champagne flowed, an endless river of sparkling flutes, but not a single one was offered my way. A server glided past, eyes fixed straight ahead, like I was totally invisible. Guests swirled around me, draped in designer silks and perfectly tailored suits, their hair sculpted with products I wouldn't even know how to pronounce. I caught a fleeting glimpse of my reflection in a gleaming glass door, wind-tousled hair, no makeup, my freckles peeking through. I looked less like a guest and more like an accidental bystander. Then, my mother's eyes snagged on me from across the patio. She started this slow, deliberate advance, her lips pressed thin, her gaze narrowing, like she was assessing some unexpected damage. You look, she paused, her eyes doing a critical sweep from my worn shoes to my neckline. Acceptable. That was it. No embrace. No warm inquiry about my 6-hour journey from Boston. Not even an acknowledgement of the fact that I'd RSVP'd alone, while everyone else arrived in pairs, trios, or full-blown retinues. Before I could even utter a single word, she pivoted, moving to greet someone adorned in a tighter dress and, undoubtedly, a more impressive bank balance. Jason, my brother? He didn't so much as glance my way. Or maybe he just pretended not to. He was too engrossed, roaring with laughter among his college crew beneath the ancient olive trees, one hand clasped around a glass, the other possessively encircling his fiancée's waist. Her gown, a vision of ivory lace, shimmered with a price tag that likely dwarfed my entire graduate school tuition. When her eyes eventually met mine, there was no spark of recognition, just a cool, polite detachment. We'd supposedly met twice. I drifted to the fringes, feigning a search for anyone, anything. I hadn't come to create a scene. I had simply come because, despite all their monumental flaws, they were still my family. And then I saw him. A quiet town car glided to a halt at the edge of the crushed stone circle. The door eased open, and out stepped my grandpa Joseph. His frame was bent with age, but his posture held a stubborn dignity. He wore a dark blue suit, one I suspected hadn't seen the light of day since Grandma's funeral. His tie was askew, his knuckles mottled with age spots, but his eyes, they lit up like twin stars when they found me. Kais, he rasped, his voice thin as a whisper but full of dawn. T missed the end. Watch the full story, link is attached below.